Now moving on to hard aspect combinations of Jupiter and Neptune. I've been fascinated by this combination for many years. And the reason for that is because I call this the Jesus combination or the Messiah combination. And the reason for this is because when we find hard aspects of Jupiter and Neptune within a person's natal chart, these people tend to take on the role of Jesus within the lives of others. When people have Jupiter and Neptune in hard aspect, they have this deep sense of them needing to save everything and everyone. They want to save the animals, they want to save the trees, they want to save the ocean, they want to save the bees, they want to save the people. They have this very deep sense and this very innate obligation to needing to take care of everyone, to needing to support everyone, to needing to martyr themselves for the sake of everyone around them, and they can oftentimes feel as if that is their singular duty within this life. Truthfully, I've never really met a person who's had the hard aspect combination of Jupiter and Neptune very prominent within their chart who hasn't worked in some charitable capacity before where they were going beyond anything that looks like personal self-gain in order to support others around them. So in a very real way, it's a wonderful combination. It's a combination of charity and goodwill, but on a personal level, it's something that can oftentimes cause us to be very dissolute in terms of how we're manifesting in our own lives. Because when we invest so much of our time saving others and supporting others and helping others, and going beyond the parameters of our specific lives for the purpose of being a savior for those around us, it can oftentimes distract us from what we're meant to be doing within this lifetime. One of the challenges of Jupiter and Neptune in hard aspect is that these people tend to not understand the concept of boundaries. And not necessarily that they infringe on the boundaries of others, but they tend not to have a robust sense of their own personal boundaries. And as a result of that, they don't know where they themselves end and where the lives of the people around them begins. And so they can oftentimes find themselves overdoing or overexerting or over-inserting themselves into the lives and the needs of others, which others may be very grateful for, but once again, this may serve as a means of distracting the Jupiter-Neptune person from their own life destiny and from their own purpose within this lifetime. Positively, when we have Jupiter and Neptune in hard aspect, it can give us a more expanded sense of how we exist within the world, and it can give us a greater humanitarian impulse within ourselves that causes us to welcome everybody within our lives without discrimination. One of the challenges that I've often found with a person who has Jupiter and Neptune in hard aspect is they find it a lot easier to manifest love on a universal level than they necessarily do on a personal level. And sometimes this can manifest as somebody who is deeply involved in some form of activism, but they may not be just as equally aware of the issues going on in the lives of the people within their own household. And so sometimes we find this manifesting in the charts of people who are wonderful in terms of social justice, or they're wonderful in terms of championing some larger global cause, but they may not necessarily have the same amount of energy or impetus behind championing the causes of their children, of their spouse, and of the people closest to them. And so if you're a person with Jupiter and Neptune in hard aspect within your chart, it can be very important for you to pay more attention to making sure that just as you care about the life of all of the stray dogs and cats and all of the starving people within the world, you're also investing some of that care and compassion more deeply into the lives of the people around you. Because sometimes when we commit ourselves to a life of service, we miss out on serving the people who need us the most. One of the positive things that I think exists within Jupiter-Neptune is that it can also cause a person to be very expansive in terms of their ideas about what the world can be. So when a person has Jupiter and Neptune, this can give them a greater allotment of creativity, a greater allotment of vision in terms of their ability to dream a new dream regarding the world around them. And so Jupiter and Neptune is a wonderful combination for somebody who has the ability to dream a new world into existence and who also has the level of faith and conviction within themselves to follow and pursue that dream.